Good morning and welcome back to Voice Weekend Breakfast. Matt Clues here with Dani De Palma. You all right over there, Dani?
Hello. Yeah, very good, very good.
Good, good. We are now joined by a special guest. I will say on the phone, but it's not on the phone. It's on Zoom, of course. Please welcome Ben Haenow. How are you doing?
Really good, thank you, mate. Thank you both for having me on.
No worries at all. How have you been in everything going on over the past few months? Are things starting to get back to normal for you?
Do you know what? Not really still. I mean, I know that there's been some advice given by Almighty Boris, who no one really believes, but, saying that we can all sort of start to come back to normal on the 4th. But it's been it's been a testing time, I guess. But it's been lovely to spend, like normally I'm away quite a lot, so it's been nice to get to spend a lot of time with my wife. So she's probably sick to death of me, but I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think we're all just, obviously Dani, well, Dani's on her own now, aren't you, Dani? Because your housemate.
Yeah, my housemate went to spend a few days away with the family, so I've been on my own for a week, which has been quite challenging. But I don't know, it's just really weird. I'm actually enjoying it,
Yeah.
but finding it challenging at the same time.
I know,
But
like it's a horrible. Like obviously, aside from all the kind of the deaths and the horrible things that have happened, I think it's been a great time to kind of reconnect. As cheesy as that sounds, to reconnect with yourself and do you know what I mean, and stuff that you enjoy doing. So I think there has been quite a lot of benefits to come out of it, really.
Yeah.
I've been saying to Matt, like throughout our shows, for example, fitness wise, I've been like really getting into my workouts. I'm even counting my protein intake now, which is
Wow.
something that I've never used to do. So I've become one of those. But yeah, things like that I found that I actually really enjoy. And I mean, with your music, for example, have you been taking this time to work more on it or doing things differently than what you would
Yeah,
do?
like 100%. It's been a great time to sort of sit and be creative. I think just at first just to try and keep yourself occupied, but with sort of like Zoom and Skype meetings and stuff, we've been able to do a lot of writing and collaborating with other people. So really creatively, it's been actually a bit of a blessing. Like I say, normally quite busy with work and here and there, you don't get as much time to sit down and sort of actually write as much as I've been doing. So it's been great creatively.
So with the new single, it's called If You're Lonely, of course. Was this something that was planned before, or has this come out of the last 3 months?
It was one of those things. Like it's a song that I kind of that I'd had written for a little while, but like didn't really know when the right time to put it out was. And when something like this comes along, I think with the amount of anxiety and other stuff that, I mean, mental health I think is more prevalent now than ever, just purely because people who thought they wouldn't be suffering from anxiety and stuff are. So I just wanted to kind of it felt like the right time to put a message of hope and like a hopeful message across to people. So it was it just came, the release came about during this mad time that we're in.
Is obviously you're raising money for the charity Mind.
That's it.
Is this the whole project? Is this something that's close to you?
Yeah, it's very much. I mean, I've suffered with my own mental health. I think a couple of years after that show that I can't say the name of, because it still gives me jitters. No, a couple of years after that, I think really was my time of battling with my demons, if you want to call them that. But I've had friends in recent years that have suffered themselves, and kind of I never reached out to anybody, and I had my friends and family around me, but they used Mind and the service and support that they offered to see kind of how it changed their life and how it almost lifted like a physical weight from them to be listened to and heard. It was that for me, getting my friends back was kind of why Mind stuck in my mind as a charity, really.
Yeah.
It's also taking the shame of not talking about it, because I think, unfortunately, that's still something that happens quite a lot of people thinking you're just exaggerating, it's just in your head. And that's not the case at all, is it?
No, that's right. I think that half of the problem with people speaking out is that they do feel they're going to be stigmatized as someone who's got mental problems, and that you feel it's kind of like a weakness. Because I think sometimes, particularly dealing with my own mental health problems, I was at a time where I didn't think anybody wanted to hear me whinge. I just won an amazing show, and people thought I'd changed my life. People thought I'd won £1 million. Like, who wants to hear me whinge if I'm not having a great time? And I think a lot of people, like you say, I think just don't come out and speak about it because they think that it's trivial to other people, or that other people are just going to not listen to them. So yeah, that's one of the main problems, is people not being listened to and not feeling like they can speak out.
So without pressing you too much, obviously, if you don't want to talk, it's absolutely fine. But for you, was in being involved in that, was it worse during the show or when you came out? Was it sort of a wow, what's going on?
Yeah, to be honest, mate, it was like that. It's during the show, your feet don't get a chance to touch the ground, and it is such an incredible experience. And I'm not knocking it. It's such an incredible experience. But to go from sort of, you know, generally unknown to being on people's TV every weekend, and that sort of leap to fame, if you want to call it, you know, is something that you don't get a chance to process in the moment. And it's only once you come down from that high that you kind of start to get a chance to think about stuff, and stuff goes through your head. So for me, it was definitely after the experience and after the show where it sort of came to light for me.
Yeah. So obviously, we'll talk If You're Lonely. That's the new single. The video. Now, by the time this goes out, it will have gone live, but we obviously no one's seen it yet. But there's so many people in it.
Yeah, it's unreal. Like, I was blown away by it. Like, it started as a concept. Like, you know, the first idea was to get the fans involved. I mean, it started as I was running like a campaign off my Instagram during the times when we all couldn't get out and see each other, and I was putting up messages for my friends and family, and then also for fans, and then they started getting involved in it. So I thought that's a cool idea for a video, and I messaged a couple of people that I know from the industry, and it sort of snowballed from there. Really, people were like, oh, I've got a friend who'd want to get involved, and obviously to have people like that talking about it and sort of sharing their experiences, I think it kind of just helps some people to feel like, wow, you know, you're really not alone in how you feel if this can affect, you know, sort of people in the public eye and celebrities. So
Yeah. Obviously, Dani, I can't, what was the name of the RuPaul's Drag Race?
I'm sorry. I am a massive Drag Race fan. Davina De Campo, which for me should have been the winner of the first British.
Yes, agreed, 100%.
In my opinion, I love Vivienne, I love Bag of Chips, but I think Davina was robbed. Yeah, I'm very excited. Like, of course, because of the song and all that, but Davina De Campo making an appearance.
Yeah.
Loving it.
Thank you for that. Yeah, it's like, you know, it's kind of mind-blowing. I didn't expect so many people to jump on board with it, and particularly with the sort of the demographic diversity that comes across in that, you know, with people like Davina getting involved, and, you know, right down to sort of members of the public and stuff. I think it just, that spectrum for me and the amount of people that got involved really blew my mind as well. So it was amazing to have Davina on there. Yeah.
I can't wait to see it. It's going to be so good, I think. I can't wait for it. So just talk about, it's been, what, 6 years since?
Yeah.
Since obviously you won. Are you sort of, or how can you say it? Has it met your expectations in some sort of way? What's next? What do you want to do next in the next?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, I don't know what my expectations were from it. I mean, initially you don't think you're going to win, and then when you get on the show, kind of, I think the unfortunate thing around that is there's a lot of negativity surrounding most winners of that show, you know, and it's from the media and stuff, from the offset. The people that were building you up the day before are then talking about the curse of the winner and how it doesn't last and stuff. So I think I sort of succumbed to that a bit, and you start thinking in your own head, you feel a bit defeated before you've even sort of won. But yeah, I mean, to have the platform I've had, and to continue to kind of have a career out of it and be able to do what I want to do, and all the opportunities that came from that show. I mean, I wouldn't be going as a, you know, being a musician for a living if it wasn't for that show. So I can't knock them for it. But yeah, with regards to expectations, mate, I think every step of it's blown my mind, really. You know, like I say, to still be out there now putting out songs and releasing music is something I at the time of getting sort of dropped from the label, was something I didn't think was possible. So it's been it's been a good experience, really.
Cool. And I know you're a guitarist.
Yeah.
Now, obviously,
Wow.
it was my birthday. It was my birthday yesterday, and I got a guitar because I've decided that I'm going to learn guitar.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Properly. So, have you got any advice for any avid guitarists out there?
I just think learn the songs that you love, and for the love of God, do not learn how to play Wonderwall, because everything plays. You know what I mean? It's an amazing song, but you know, you go, I know this one, and then you do Wonderwall, and everyone's like, oh man,
oh, not again.
Yeah, it's that classic and stuff. So no Wonderwall, but just do what you love.
That reminds me so much, because every year in Southampton there's a German market in the city centre, and there's one guy on his own that is a one-man band. And don't get me wrong, he's incredible. But if there's one song he will play every single night is Wonderwall. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, see, so you know, is it one of the guys who's got like the drums strapped to his back and the harmonica and that as well?
Yeah, and he gets out
one
of those German horns as well, you see. Absolutely outrageous.
You were telling Matt to play the songs that he loved, but I think it's just going to be Little Mix, to be honest.
I do like Little Mix.
He loves Little Mix. Yeah, it's true.
Little Mix Touch is probably one of the
I don't know how
greatest
much guitar-based stuff Little Mix have got, Matt. You can learn something.
I mean, you could turn anything into a guitar song.
See, that's it. I know you're going to succeed because you've got that mentality now. You can take a song and turn it into a guitar song.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah, cheers, buddy. Duets when you want.
Exactly. That is true. That is true. Well, Ben, thank you so much for joining us. One thing we do want you to do is introduce your song. So we're going to play it on the show right now. So introduce it for us.
This is my brand new charity single, If You're Lonely. Every stream and download and everything else goes towards raising money for Mind Charity, so please do it. And thank you guys so much for playing it on the show.